welcome to my new spring tutorial. For me, spring has truly sprung, but as those of you who know who live in England, spring might have sprung a couple of minutes ago, but it's probably pouring rain or it's sleeting. You can get 4 seasons in one day. But I'm feeling truly springy, so I just was looking at my makeup and I was just thinking, you know what? I'll film a spring tutorial. I feel springy. I'm gonna film a spring tutorial. Yep. And boom, this is what I came up with. I hope you guys really like it. Anything you want to see, just put it down in the comment box below. And yep, see you real soon. Okay, bye.
Please subscribe.
Okay, first off, before we get into this tutorial, I want to thank every single one of you that watched my last video. It's the most watched on my channel, so woo woo! So going in with priming the face, I use 2 Makeup Forever primers, 1 radiance and 1 smoothing. I use the smoothing in all the places where I feel like I need it, and the radiance to give me a luminous glow. That's where I've put in more on my cheeks, forehead and my nose, because I like a lovely dewy glow. Right, so after that, that's when I've decided to go in with 2 foundations. I actually saw this tip from Jacqueline Hill. Shout out Jacqueline Hill, you're amazing. I tried the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation stick, and then I've mixed the EX1 Invisiwear foundation together, and I must say it's fabulous together. They mix together so well, and your skin looks flawless when you mix those 2 together. So I literally just apply them how I usually do and use my Morphe M439 brush and just rub that in throughout my face. Just give it a good rub. I really do like these foundations. I feel like these 2 foundations really give me good coverage, and it's a really perfect colour for me. So if you're my kind of complexion, I think you must find the same thing that happens to me. You don't really get foundations that really suit the colour of your skin that well. But yeah. So now I'm going in with concealer. This is the Makeup Forever again, Ultra HD concealer in Y41. I feel like this is like a Makeup Forever tutorial so far. Yeah, and I just conceal how I usually do. I do it in a sweeping V motion under my eyes to give my eyes some brightness and to conceal any imperfections. I use it as highlighting and concealing. That's how I conceal. So I do it underneath my eyes, on my nose bridge, on my cupid's bow, and my forehead and my chin. Ooh, that's a bit of a mouthful. So yeah. With this foundation, just don't be heavy-handed. Just make sure you do it. Such a little amount goes a very long way, and it's still a quite thick consistency, and it covers really well. So I got the Real Technique Miracle Sponge. Like I say every time, get that bitch wet. Soak her, and then just use it to blend in that concealer. I find this is the best for me. It looks flawless. That's what I think. I've used quite a few brushes in my time. Some of them are good, but I just feel like with the Real Techniques Miracle Sponge, I can really get in there and blend out the concealer. And especially with this kind of concealer, you really need to blend it out, because it can easily get crepey. It happened to me before when I put a bit too much. It got a bit crepey quite quickly. So the Real Techniques the Miracle Sponge really does soak up the excess product and blend it right into the skin. So just make sure you tap as well. Tap in different directions so it doesn't settle. So then I set it with the Nye banana powder. Ben Nye Luxury Powder in banana. There we go. And I tap that first and then I rub it in. I just find it gives you the best look, because when you tap it first, I feel like the product kind of absorbs the powder first, and then when you brush it out, it just looks much more smoother and not patchy. For me, this is what I find the best, and I haven't found a powder that I love more than this. I have a couple on my list that I'm going to try, but I haven't found anything that's as good as that. So now we're going in with the eyes. I'm using Makeup Geek Coco Bear as a transition. It's quite a dark transition, but for this look, I felt like I wanted something kind of warm on the eyelids. So I've just put that in the upper crease area, and I'm using a tapered eyeshadow blending brush to blend that out. And as I said, Makeup Geek are amazing shadows. So now I'm going in with the Morphe 356 C palette, I believe it's called. And I'm starting off with that really, really bright, it's actually a bright blue. And I'm using a Makeup Geek small crease brush. And I'm literally just putting that just in the crease area to blend in with that Cocoa Bear. This step isn't really necessary. I just do it because I feel like, because of the other shadows that I'm going to put in, I feel like that's colour kind of helps it blend into the Cocoa Bear a bit better. So this is what it should look like so far. So then I go in with this kind of bright turquoisey aqua colour, and I use the same crease brush, and I put this more on the outer corner of my eye and blend that in. So now it's the star of the show, which is Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadow in Pegasus. It looks kind of greeny on here, but it's more of a bluey greeny kind of look. And I've put that more on the lid and the inner corner of my eye. And I'm using a MAC 242 brush to pack it on. It is ridiculously pigmented. So if you haven't got a careful hand, then I do recommend you might want to do the eyes first. So then I go back in with the taper blending brush and just blend everything out. Just with this look, you do need to take your time and you just need to keep blending. I've taken that aqua colour again and I'm just using that to blend in that Pegasus into each other, which also blends into Cocoa Bear. It's all blending. Just take your time. It's not a quick 2 shadows and go type thing. Even with me, I took my time to blend it out because I just feel like because of the strong colours of the eyeshadows, it can easily look a bit choppy or a bit too much. So just take your time and blend. Blending solves everything. That's what I believe. So it should look something like this. That's what it should look like now. So then I just pack a little bit more of that Pegasus on to brighten it up a little bit. I felt like it was a little bit dull. And then I just repeated and did the same thing on the other eye. As I said, take your time. Take your time. It ain't a race. And it's only makeup. So if you are struggling, all you have to do is just wipe it off and start again. It's not that deep. It's just makeup. But the key to this look is blending. That's all I can say to you. Because even I was getting a little bit frustrated when I was recording this. I was like, what? This is not, what? Hold on, no, that's not what I wanted. But no, I just kept blending and I was like, okay. So this is the complete eye look and this is what it should look like. So now I'm lining my waterline with the Nars kohl liner in white. It is ridiculously creamy. I love this kohl liner. It is so good. I love it. It's so easy to apply. It literally just glides on like bam, like easy. So this is what it should look like. I wanted a bright kind of under eye look for this look. So I take that kind of turquoisey colour, I think that is in the Morphe palette, and I use a flat definer brush to literally rub that on the lash line, and I get that other turquoisey colour and I get a pencil brush and I rub that as well just to blend out so it doesn't look harsh, because I don't really like my lash line blank, so I use a lot of shadows on the bottom. So it should look like this so far. And now it's time for contour. So I'm using a lighter contour shade today because I want it to be a bit more of a warmer look than more of a contoured sculpted look. So I think I'm using Half-Hearted by Makeup Geek, which is it's dark enough to contour for me, but obviously it's not like chiseled black line. It's just to warm up the face a little bit, and I just literally rub that on my hairline as well to warm it up. So now I am cooking some cupcakes. I'm using the Laura Mercier universal translucent powder or setting powder to cook this contour. I felt like it was, because it's not as dark as it usually is, I didn't want it to look like it was just dragging down my face. So I thought, to neaten it up, I'm going to cook it, which is basically where you put the powder and you leave it to sit under it for a while, and it actually cleans up any mistakes you might make. So now it's time for this Bobbi brown blusher in Flame. I like this blusher a lot. I had it in my box for a while. I just haven't really used it that much. I don't know why, but I took it out and it looks really nice. I think it really sets this look off, to be honest, because you want something a bit more rosy and, for springy kind of, something nice and light. So I dust off that bakage, and you'll see what I mean, how it's kind of a bit more neat and straight line, a bit more neater. I like it. Better. So now it's time for highlight. So I started off with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Gleam Kit, and I'm using Crushed Pearl. But then I felt like this highlight was a little bit too white. Like, it's nice. Like, I've used this highlight before, and I just think for this look, it just wasn't the right color. It looked a bit more cooler toned. That's the word. More cooler toned. So then I switched it up, and I used the That Glow kit in Sunburst. I keep saying Sunbeam because I think Sunbeam is the name, but it's actually Sunburst. So that's my go-to anyway, so I've used that instead, which is more of a yellow toned highlight, and I feel like it just made it look a little bit better. That's just me, but highlight is highlight. I love it. So I just continue to highlight my nose, and I do my forehead, Cupid's bow. Yeah, you know, anywhere you want to glow and look dewy and like a goddess, you put that highlighter. So now it's time for lashes. I'm using my favourite style, Iconic by House of Lashes. You don't have to wear these lashes, to be honest. I just like lashes. I like the drama. That's just me. But you can use, you know, Wispy Sweet Nothing. You can use 101s by Eyelaw. You can, do you know what I mean? And you don't even have to use eyelashes. You can totally get away with just mascara on your eyelashes. It's just me, why I wear my lashes. I'm just extra. So now it's time for thy eyebrows. So I brush all the hairs up, like I tell you guys every time. Don't judge me on my caterpillars. They're getting sorted soon. So yeah, I just feel like the Anastasia brow definer really does, they know what they're doing with their brow products. I've used a lot of brow products before. This one slays. It definitely slays. You saw how bushy these were, and these can just sculpt and define, and I hardly put anything on them. It's just so easy to use. Definitely if you're a beginner, and definitely if you're a freelancer, you should get these in your kit. They come in so many different colours, and it makes eyebrows so easy to do. So there we go. That's what we got so far. So now it's time for the inner corner highlight. I'm using MAC Nylon, and I've just put the same 242 brush, and I'm using that to highlight my inner corner and my brow bone. I don't know why. I just think a brow bone highlight is just always necessary. I don't know why. That's just me. I just feel like it gives it that extra pop. So now it's a new product I'm using actually. It's by Clinique, and I think it's called Bottom Lash. Look how cute it looks. It's so cute. It's a bottom lash mascara. So it's got a tiny little brush, but I feel like it really does help comb those bottom eyelashes. It is fleeky. So now it's time for the lips. I'm using LA Splash Cosmetics in Latte Confession. I really like this colour. It's so cute. It's not really my colour, my go-to colour, but I really liked it. It's kind of got that slight bit of coral in it, but also quite pinky and girly. And I only realised that it kind of matched my dress. But yeah, this is the complete look. You just can, if you're going out, you just give it a spritz with, like, you know, Urban Decay Chill Makeup Set Spray or MAC Fix Plus. But this is the final look. Hope you liked it. Bye guys. See you in my next video.